Big Z played hard, and you know what? He's not physically built to play offense regularly in Major League Baseball, but as a pitcher, he's a great hitter for a pitcher.
I think
amazing.
I think
he tried to do too much.
the Cubs organization was the most overrated organization throughout baseball. I mean, you got a Cubs organization that, okay, Wrigley Field, no one even watches the games at Wrigley Field. I mean, it's all beat your bums.
Really? Oh,
Bums.
my God.
Beat your bums.
Or at least you're not going to get killed after the game when you go, U.S. Cellular Field, with the 30 people that are there swarming you during the game.
30 people. The only reason why you guys have people there is because beer.
Beer?
I mean, you guys sell beer cheaper than
Beer's
all
sweet,
other places. I mean,
everybody loves beer and baseball. They go hand in hand, right? I mean, so how I thought.
White Sox fans, if there's 30 fans, there's 30 people watching the game.
No, they're not. No, that's complete. No, they're not. They're thinking about how they're going to commit their next crime or something like that. How they're going to charge the first base umpire, because they drank too much beer.
That was one time, and he made a bad call, and it wasn't the umpire.
He made a bad call, so we can run out and tackle.
It was the first base coach.
Oh, that's great. If that's the kind of fans that you guys, if that's the kind of fans you guys attract, then you guys can go to as many games as you want.
Roselle,
I will go to Wrigley and have a great time.
Listen, hey, and I told you this.
Go for it. Go for it.
Right now. Sorry. Listen, I told you I'd go to the Cubs game anytime you want to go because I love to be the next Steve Bartman. I mean, I would.
So you go with
I would kill to be the next Steve Bartman. You know, just put that hand out there. With Soriano there now.
Oh, sorry, it's happened already this year. A fan already stole a ball.
A few days ago.
It's going to happen. I mean, that's a part of the problem. I mean, when you look at the Cubs, if you're a Cubs fan, don't do that. If you're a Cubs fan, don't do that.
If you're a White Sox fan, definitely do that at Wrigley Field.
Yeah. Well, you'll never get the close seats because you'll be in the cheap spots because you guys don't cheat. Especially Kenny Williams and Jerry Reinsdorf, which is a different story. But anyway.
I want to punch you in your face. No, you know what? Let's go into college football now because
college football. It's May.
But it's Michael, anytime you're in Congress, I don't care what month.
Okay, all right. I know
we got a BCS Bowl playoff situation here. President Obama wants that playoff system. I want the BCS. What do you want, Mike?
What do I want? BCS or playoffs? To be honest with you, I see positives with both systems, but I have to go playoffs. Playoffs in college football it would up the ante, so to speak. It would up the ante. I think it would be more exciting. I think the games would be more intense. You can still get your sponsors for each game. I mean, whoever pays the most gets, the championship game or whatever. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, you still have your bowls and everything, but each bowl would be a certain playoff level. You can make it work out. But a championship game, I mean, obviously the BCS title game is the championship game, but an actual championship where the two teams won the semifinal game before the championship will be that much more exciting, in my opinion. And I think Obama's right when he says that. I mean, I don't care. I hope he doesn't personally make this decision. I hope people come to their senses and realize it. But a playoffs needs to happen. I don't care if it's 6 teams, 8 teams.
Does it really matter?
It needs to happen.
You know Tebow and the Gators are going to get it this year.
I don't care. Just make it work. Make it work out. Give them an extra couple weeks in the season. I don't care if you make them rest. Make it work out. Playoffs are more exciting. They are.
I don't know. I like the BCS Bowl. You got a few teams that are fighting for that one position at the BCS. You got the Orange Bowl. You got the Gator Bowl. All those bowls, that Iowa will be in the Rose Bowl this year. I mean, it's exciting to see that. And I think that's what fans have really jumped to, is knowing what bowl their team is going to. So personally, I'd rather see the bowl games.
You really see the bowl games?
Yeah, you get to travel more. You travel to one place.
Travel for a game.
To one place, but in this economy,
make it work.
How many games are you going to really be able to travel to?
I know. Money is the reason, though. That's the obvious thing. So if money's the problem, they're not going to do it. I don't know how they're going to make it work out otherwise, but obviously that's what I want as a fan. I want playoffs. If you're the same person, you want to be in that semifinal game to play for the national championship. If you're the 3 seed or the 2 seed, like Iowa, they get into the NCAA tournament somehow, finishing behind Michigan one year or behind Ohio State one year, and you can have that magical season where you don't go, 13 or more, or how many ever games they play. You lose 2 or 3 games, you still have a chance to do it. I think it's whoever's playing hot at the end of the year that really deserves their position at the end of the year as the top team. I really do. I mean, it's obvious that the best teams deserve the top seeds in that kind of tournament, but I really do think that playoffs would just be exciting because you'd be able to get some surprise wins, some surprise Cinderella champions every once in a while.
I don't know. I am for the playoffs. Okay, a Cinderella, who cares? In college football?
It's no Cinderella. No, it's just a team that can lose twice at the beginning of the season and still win it.
Burst the bubble here.
Go for it.
Listen, no. Cinderella does not deserve to be a championship team. The championship game should be played with the number 1 versus the number 2, not the number 1 versus the number 4 or the number 1 versus the number 8. Number 1 versus number 2 throughout the season deserves to be the team. So you're going to play 4 teams in a playoff? That's not a playoff system, Mike.
It's got to be
Mike, that's
a
not a
fair
playoff
playoff
system.
system. You get the top 6 teams. The top
So
2
how
get
are-
buys, an extra bye week where they rest. The other teams play them, kind of like the NFL.
So you're going to argue me right now that college students should be playing 16 games?
No,
14.
no. They're off for how long? A month? They're off for an entire month before their bowl game
Mike.
usually. Almost an entire month. That's
Okay,
a lot
and
of
at that
time. You can
month,
play
they
an
do
extra
finals.
game. You just get the top 6 teams and do it with them. You still have
So
your bowl
basically
games.
you're saying screw
you
your
still have bowl
education
championship.
kids. Screw your education kids unless you're in a spring class when you got spring practice.
Talking an extra game or two. I highly doubt they're studying over the winter
Mike,
period.
I know people
It'd be
that
great for
study.
ratings. It'd be great for money. I don't care
Listen,
how you do it.
I know the football team here. They study hard. Let's talk about Brett Favre going to the Minnesota Vikings. I did not want to bring it up, but we're bringing it up. BF coming to the Minnesota Vikings. This make the Vikings an ultimate playoff team.
No, I would love seeing it though as a Bears fan. I really think so. I think him coming there would just tick off the Packers fans into oblivion. I couldn't stand that if I was a Packers fan watching Brett Favre play against me on the Vikings. It's all about him, going there to tell them the plays for the Vikings or for the Packers. I'm sorry, because he knows their system so well. And personally, I think the guy's he's awesome. You have to love him for that, for just wanting to play. The guy wants to play the game. He can't get away from it. The fact that he's thinking about signing a contract to play more football astonishes me, and it's very impressive. But personally, I think it's just going to be bad for the Packers fans if that happens. I would welcome that as a Bears fan, though. There's just more distraction on the Packers and the Vikings, less of distraction on Jay Cutler in his first season with the Bulls. So, I mean, personally, I love it. I think Brett Favre, he can go to the Vikings, and I would love it because he'd win the job. He'd win it. Tavares Jackson cannot be the starting quarterback.
Sage Rosenfeld. All right, well, let's break this down because his season in New York was not that great. People.
No, he sucked.
This season, he is not that accurate as a quarterback. He tries way too hard. Bring Brett Favre in here and throw 18 interceptions like he did in New York. I think he threw 17. But listen, Brett Favre, he'll probably kill Chicago. But listen, though, on the
no way.
But he's playing on artificial turf. That's going to be
I think that's going to be a problem. I don't know how his numbers are there.
That's going to be a huge difference. Who cares? I mean, obviously he likes the idea that he's in a dome and the weather is not going to be a factor. But who cares?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I would love to see it.
Can Brett just do something that Michael Jordan could never do and just retire?
No, he can't because
can he do it?
You have to respect him. His competitive drive is that high.
Mike, he's 43
MJ's
years
was too.
old.
He
He's
came back
like
with the
42
Wizards.
or 43 years old.
I don't
Just
care.
retire.
He can retire, but he just wants to keep going. Keep injecting the painkillers.
When this show gets on YouTube, I'm forwarding this to the Minnesota Vikings.
Go for it. The Minnesota Vikings could take him, and they'll benefit from it because Tavares Jackson's a terrible quarterback. They have no quarterback. They have the best running back in the entire NFC North. It would just work for them if they got an experienced veteran quarterback for the next couple of years, especially to teach Percy Harvin how to catch and not do drugs at the same time. I think it would be great. He needs to know. Percy Harvin's a great talent. That's an amazing pickup for them.
He's in the hospital.
It's an amazing pickup for them, however you say it.
He's in the hospital.
All right, but Brett Favre knows the NFC North. He knows that stadium. He knows the Green Bay Packers. He would be able to do wonders for that team. If I'm a Packers fan, though, obviously I'm not cheering for that at all. It would be terrible.
Okay.